Subtracting fractions. The procedure for subtracting fractions is very similar to the procedure for adding fractions. Step 1, we'll identify the LCD, or lowest common denominator. Step 2, write each individual fraction as an equivalent fraction with the LCD. Step 3, subtract the numerators and write the result over the common denominator. Finally, step 4, we'll simplify to lowest terms if possible. Example A gives us 9 over 10 minus 4 over 5. So the first thing is that I have to figure out what the lowest common denominator is. We're looking at 10 and 5. The lowest common denominator will be 10 because 2 times 5 is 10. So we'll do 5 times 2, and then remember we also have to multiply the 4 by 2. This gives us the new problem, 9 over 10 minus 4 times 2 is 8 over 5 times 2 is 10. Now we subtract the numerators, and 9 minus 8 is 1 over the common denominator of 10. And 1 over 10 is not reducible, so we're done. For example B, we have 37 over 70 minus 3 over 7. And at first this problem may look difficult, but when we look at the 70 and the 7, our two denominators, we notice that 7 times 10 is 70. So we simply multiply the 3 by 10 as well, and this gives us the new problem, 37 over 70 minus 3 times 10 is 30 over 7 times 10 is 70. Now we subtract the numerators. 37 minus 30 is 7 over the common denominator of 70. And 7 and 70 are both divisible by 7, so we can reduce this answer. So we'll divide both the numerator and the denominator by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 70 divided by 7 is 10. So we get 1 over 10. In example C, we have 5 over 12 minus 1 over 4. So I look at the denominators of 12 and 4 and recognize that 4 times 3 is 12. So our lowest common denominator will be 12. So we multiply the 4 by 3 and we multiply the 1 by 3 as well. This gives us the new problem, 5 over 12 minus 1 times 3 is 3, and 4 times 3 is 12. Subtracting the numerators, we get 5 minus 3 is 2 over the common denominator of 12. And 2 and 12 are both divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Our answer is 1 over 6, and that cannot be reduced. So that's our final answer. Example D gives us 3 over 5 minus 1 over 4. So looking at our denominators of 5 and 4, I know that 5 times 4 equals 20. And there doesn't appear to be a lower denominator, so we'll use the common denominator of 20. So 5 times 4 is 20. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator, so I multiply the 3 by 4 as well. And 4 times 5 is 20. So I have to multiply the 1 by 5 as well. This gives us the new problem of 3 times 4 is 12 over 5 times 4 is 20 minus 1 times 5 is 5 over 4 times 5 is 20. Now that we have a common denominator, we can subtract the numerators. So 12 minus 5 is 7 over the common denominator of 20. And 7 and 20 don't share any common factors. There's nothing that will divide both 7 and 20 evenly. So we're done. Our final answer is 7 over 20.